Hi, Gianna from Packback here, and today I will be walking you through grading your students' deep dive submissions. Grading on Packback Deep Dives is AI assisted, but not fully AI graded. The Deep Dives Grading Assistant uses AI to suggest scores for each of the grading criteria you've selected to be included in your rubric. However, you have the final say in your student's deep dive score for each category and can choose to override any score as you see fit. So let's get started. Once you've accessed your Deep Dives community, scroll down on the left-hand side of your community panel and click on where it says Assignments. You will then be brought to the Assignments interface showing all of your current, upcoming, and past assignments. You'll want to click into Past Assignments as it's likely this is where your assignment will be unless you begin grading before the deadline has ended, in which case it would still be under Current Assignments. Once you find your assignment, click on Go to Assignment. You'll then be brought to your assignment overview where you can then proceed to click on Submissions. Here is your submissions page. You'll be able to see your student's name, the time they submitted their Deep Dives essay, and the status of their assignment. The status will show you whether or not they started their draft, turned the assignment in on time, or turned it in late. Next to the status, you'll see a blue Grade Submission button. Click this once you're ready to start grading a submission. You will then be brought to the Instructor Evaluation interface, where you'll see the student's Deep Dives essay and works cited to the left and the grading panel to the right. When reading through a Deep Dives essay, you will have the ability to highlight parts of a student's text if you'd like to leave a comment for them. This will allow you to give more detailed feedback to your students on specific parts of their essay. In your grading panel, you'll see the student's name of the submission you're grading and a quick overview of their word count, works cited, and the submission time in side-by-side comparison to your requirements. If our AI grading assistant has any alerts regarding this student's submission, you will see it here and can click to learn more about that alert. You can also navigate to the second tab titled AI Grading Assistant Tools. This is where you'll be able to find all alerts that our AI grading assistant has for a student's assignment. Aside from alerts, you will be able to see our Smart Highlights functionality and the student's originality report. Our Smart Highlights feature will highlight parts of the student's essay where they may have answered any of your guiding questions you've included in your assignment prompt. Below your Smart Highlights tab is where you will be able to view the originality report of their essay. This report will show you the level of plagiarism risk and just how much of their text is of original thought. You will also be able to view what external sources were found that match their text and just how much of their text is from that external source. In this report, you will also be notified of likelihood of AI-generated content and a full breakdown of our AI content analysis along with educator recommendations. Here is where you'll see Packback's AI suggested scores for each of your required criteria. As previously mentioned, you have the final say in your student's deep dive score for each category and can choose to override any AI suggested scores as you see fit. For each requirement, you can click on See Why to better understand what components we are looking for and why they were given the suggested score. The last part of your assessment will be your Content and Ideas category, if you have chosen this to be a part of your rubric. This category doesn't receive a suggested score from the AI grading assistant. This category is for subject matter specific components of your assignment that are entirely educator graded. You will proceed to select the student's performance level from 1 through 4 and add a score. Before submitting your evaluation, submit written feedback to your student. This feedback will be made available to them in their graded submission along with any inline comments you've made. Finally, you can choose to submit and hide the student's grade until you're ready to release all of your students' grades at the same time. Or you can choose to submit and release their grade right away, in which they will be notified via email. If you choose to submit and hide your grades because you like to release all grades at once, you can later come back to your submissions page where you will see the grade visibility status of your students' submissions, which in this case, it will be hidden. If you are ready to release grades, you can click on Post Grades, which will then give you the option to immediately make all graded submissions available for students to view. When doing this, students will receive an email that their evaluation has been graded and is ready for them to view. Lastly, you will also see that you have the option to download a grading report and students' submissions. Packback Deep Dives makes it easy for you to assess your students' writing and to help your students become better writers and communicators. If you have any questions regarding navigating your Deep Dives grading panel or need any technical assistance, please reach out to our support team at help@packback.co.